I passed out and I didn't know it. As a couple of days they said, you better take that son of a bitch to the hospital. And all I knew was in the hospital I going to move my arms and oh Jesus, they hurt. I couldn't figure out what was the matter with me. And come to find out, the guys that took me were two little fellas, and I weighed 200 and some pounds and I was big, And they're dragging me in the command car, and my arms are out here, and they caught and they was pulling me in my arms. They got his arms, so then they raised me up and slid me in. Well, that's where I got that.
Well, they damaged your arms, dragging you into the...
So then they went down to Naples, and I told the nurse, I said, anyway, we got Yancey's address. She wrote to him, and I wanted Ernie's address. I wonder what become of him. I don't know why I wondered that, because I was working for his dad when he went in the service in April. And here it was later, a couple of years later, year later. And anyway...
Was he over there with you? Was Ernie over there?
Yeah, he was there.
Oh.
But little did I know, he went to Louisiana and I went to the Army. I went to Belvoir, see. So, anyway, when Albert was planting beans and Emma said that letter come, he quit right there. He went to town and he wrote a letter and gave me his address. And within an hour here, Ernie come, he's in the MPs. What the hell you doing in there? I knew it was him. He was within 2 miles of me. So he'd come see me every day while I was in the hospital. I got pictures.
He was from one of your friends from home here. Huh? Happened to be in Italy.
Yeah, Ernie Inch, yeah. So anyway, I got to ride around with him in my pajamas. They wouldn't give me my clothes, but that's all right. I'd get on there and go with him anyway. I wasn't that sick. That's where I met old Bob Hope. To tell these guys about it. I think I told you about it.
No, wasn't it...
No, Bob Hope.
The guy with the big mouth.
I met Bob Hope too, but he had the big mouth.
Yeah. What was his name?
Shit. The first time I ever said anything that I couldn't think of his name.
He was a movie star.
Something Brown?
Yeah.
He was known for that. He's a comedian.
Yeah.
Anyway, he said his son got killed, and that possessed him to come over there.
He entertained the troops just like Bob Hope did.
And he was telling about it. He said, he said I had an awful time. He said, back in civilian life, he says, before I come over here, he said, my big mouth, I'm trying to think of his name. He said, the guy bet me, he said that I couldn't put a cue ball in my mouth, and I bet him I could. And God damn it, he said, he said, I got her in there and I got the son of a bitch stuck in my teeth. He said, and there I was. He said, I was in a hell of a shape. Of course, you're supposed to ask me how he got it out. And they always do, And I said, he took a huge stick and shot her out. Goddamn, I can't think of his name. I can think of Lewis, but that ain't his name. Or don't make any
Joey Brown.
Huh?
Joey Brown.
Yeah. I couldn't think of his name.
How was that?
When we were, when I was there too, I don't know. Oh yeah, that was when he was there. They come in our company and we had some guys that could sing. Everybody had that. They had talent, and they picked them out, and they put on a show down there, and there was 3. I forget the name of them. There's 3 girls. 3 girls at that time. They were well known.
Oh, that's the Andrews sisters.
Andrews sisters, yeah. And anyway, we went to see the Andrews sisters, and this nurse said to me, "Would you like to go?" And yeah, but I said I can't walk over there. But she says I'll get you there. So she took me over, and I was over there, and I got a nice seat. And God, they were pretty, when they got all done. One of them, he said, "Boy, I'd really like to make that blonde, He pulled up his goddamn dress like this, big old hairy leg, come on.
Those guys dressed up like that.
Here's the guy from our company. Pop Bryden. He could really sing. But what they done, they took him and they had these songs were on record. They do it with their mouth, just move the lips. They didn't sing him. But he's going to make him a old pop. He said,
was that time when you were laying outside there on a stretcher and they almost hauled you off to the morgue?
That's before they took me down there to Anzio. That's after they took me in that command car. And they knew I wouldn't live, so they left me on the stretcher. Kind of a scary deal, too. In the morning, as bad as I was, but I was aware of it. In the morning, they was picking up the stiffs, and here they picked me up. They started one of them, and they said, "Hey!" I said, kind of groaned. I guess I don't think I said. They said I grunted or something. He run his hand. "Hey, this big son of a bitch is alive. They're carrying me to the truck. You better dump him off." So they dumped me in the bed. Yeah, that was after that. Then they took me down to Naples. So I almost rode in a hearse one time anyway.
But then you came in southern France,
Yeah.
and I was coming in from the west up there. I was coming in from the west side, you were coming in from the south side.
Yeah, yeah.
That's when Rommel committed suicide. Was supposed to be had anything to do with that?
Huh?
When Rommel committed suicide, you were coming in from the south side, I was
Yeah.
coming in from the west side?
Yeah. It was too much for him.
Probably just a coincidence, but...
Well, like old Mussolini, they hung him on Times Square. Italians hung him.
But in France, you moved on up into the Alsace-Lorraine area. And,
Oh, yeah, that's where I froze my feet.
yeah, up in the mountains there. And
That's by the Siegfried line.
this is about the time I ended up in Belgium.
You guys heard the Siegfried line, ain't you? No? No. I got a picture. You see them on there. I got a picture. There's something to see. There's a cement, about that high out of the ground, and they're 6 feet apart, and they got the concertina wire running to each one, and to each concertina wire they got a hand mine fastened in the ground, booby trap.
If you
Trip that sound. If one don't get you, the other one will. Well, anyway, we had to go through that. That's when me and Lang we got caught in that. We made it through there. We had a half a case of TNT, and they had these here. I don't think I got that with me. They had these here roadblocks that looked like railroad irons, like this, and they come down. They're made for tanks to hit. You can't go over them, And we went through, and we had an hour to get through this here line and blow this son of a bitch out of the road. And so anyway, we got through, and I get caught in the concertina wire, and but I said I'm caught. And old Line, he'd reach up and he cut my jacket, and he cut me loose. He get caught, I cut him loose, and we finally got there.
You couldn't cut the wire, you had to cut the jacket apart.
Cut the jacket apart. No, he cut the wire, it's just that the mines would go off. And we were scared to death they'd go off, but you can't do nothing about it. Well, anyway, we were supposed to put half of it in, but we put the whole thing in. And goddamn, before we got there, you could hear the tanks coming. We only had so much time, but it was already coming down the road. You could hear them for 3 miles. And Lang said we better hurry up. Well, anyway, we got them in there, and we had light fuses. You couldn't use no electric on that because you couldn't carry all that stuff. Then we got the fuse on and got her going, blowing. When the company commander come through, he said, "How much you put under there?" We told him. He said, "I'm glad you didn't have any more. He son of a bitch, it's been any bigger. We couldn't even get through there. It blew the hole up and blocked them off."
Oh, you laid out explosives so you could cut a hole through the Siegfried line there.
Yeah,
so the tanks could get through.
Yeah. But anyway, we blew this tank thing out of there. Then we could walk back after that. But we was shook up after that. We got drank wine for 2 days. We was pretty shook up. Well, not only that, but when we were going through there, they knew we were in there. There was machine gun at the same time, But lucky we didn't get hit.
They kept you down with the machine guns.
We were so low that the cement deflected them off.
Well, then I suppose when you blew all those stuffs, they had blew too then.
Well,
they're
some of them blew. Yeah.
But, then
at that time there's so much confusion. I asked, see Iverson up here.